What's up, guys? My name is Blake Moore and welcome to More Finance, where we talk all things DoorDash, all things Uber Eats, and a little bit of stock market. Now, in this video, what I'm going to be doing for you guys is I'm going to be doing an Uber Eats challenge, and I'm going to be going for 3 hours during this dinner rush, and we're going to see just how much money you could make every single night doing the dinner rush. Just the dinner rush. That's it, because a lot of people, they use Uber Eats, DoorDash as their side hustle, and a lot of people work until about 4 o'clock. So really everyone can hit the dinner rush, and I wanted to show you guys just how much money you could make. If you wouldn't mind just hitting that like button for me, and also hit that subscribe button if you want to be entered into the giveaway that I'm doing for my first 1,000 subscribers, but more on that at the end of this video. With that said, I say we just get right into it, because we got no time to waste. It is 5:45 right now. Let's get going. Alright guys, we've been going for about an hour now, and we've only completed 2 orders, but that's because one of the orders was really quite big, and we had to wait a while, but it was like, I think it was about like $13, $14 after we factor in a tip, so that was really good. I feel like we probably made about $20 that hour. I'll definitely check in with you guys once the tips have factored in, so we'll know for sure. Right now we're going into the second hour, and yeah, I expect the same. We should be making about 25 an hour, so hopefully that continues, and we're just going to keep going because so far so good. And yeah, let's go. Let's get this second hour started. Well guys, it's now about 8 o'clock and we've been at it for 2 hours. We've only gotten 4 orders, which is kind of disappointing, but it kind of makes sense. It's been pretty slow, but these orders have been pretty big, and I'll show you guys just how big these orders have been so you guys can kind of get a feel for just how much money I've made so far. But we're going into this third hour. Hopefully we pick up some orders so we can hit that quest. But if not, it's going to turn out to be a pretty disappointing dinner rush, not going to lie. So hopefully things turn around. We finish the 3-hour challenge strong, but so far it's not looking too good. Hopefully we can come up clutch.
Won't go! Rebound box! Back out to Allen! His three-pointer! Bang! Touch!
And just bang out this third hour though. Welcome back, you guys. It's the next morning, and I wanted to tell you guys about the third hour of this Uber Eats challenge last night, but it was too dark for me to film, and so you guys wouldn't have been able to see anything. So I'm coming to you the next morning, and we're going to dive into exactly what happened in that third hour, because it's pretty interesting. So what happened was I only got 1 order that whole hour, which was pretty discouraging. But what happened was it was an order to Panda Express, and so I drive there. It takes me like 7 minutes, I think, to get there, and then I get to Panda Express and I'm just waiting for 15 minutes. I waited for this order, and I'm like, okay, is it ever coming out? Like, this is getting ridiculous. And then finally they're done making the food. They were kind of goofing off the whole time, which made me mad, but they ended up bringing out the food finally after 15 minutes. I get the food, and so it's been over 20 minutes at this point for this one order, and I'm like, okay. And so then I get in the car and hit navigate, and the Uber app is taking me down this one road, and I thought it was a little sketchy at first, but I was like, you know, whatever. It's Uber has never taken me to the wrong address yet, and so I was like, whatever, I trust it. Then after a few minutes on this road, I get to this right here, this blocked off barrier of stop signs, and I realized that Uber thinks this is a through road when in reality it's blocked off. So I get here and I'm like, crap, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, I have to drive clear all the way around for this order that's already taken me over a half hour at this point. And now I have to take another 15 minutes out of my way and drive clear to the other side of this thing. So the house was like right here, and Uber was trying to get me to just go straight through, but it was blocked off. So now I have to drive all the way around, and I was just so mad about it. And I finally get to the house, and the order had taken me about 55 minutes, just pretty much an hour at this point. And what happened was, I got there, the guy was actually standing out there waiting. I had kind of been communicating with him the whole time just to let him know what was going on. You should always do that if you run into problems, because if you don't, it's going to hurt your tip. And so what I did was pulled up, gave him his order, and he actually handed me this. Boom, look at that. $20 crisp tip right in my hand when I handed it to him. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, a $20 tip right there. And I was like, that's so lucky that this one order took me that long. And then, come to find out, a couple hours later, he actually tipped me through the app as well, and tipped me $9 there too. So I got a $29 tip for this one order, and in total made over $33 for this order and for my last hour of this challenge. So without that, I would have been totally screwed. And that's why it always pays to communicate with your customers, because I think if I hadn't, I wouldn't have gotten that tip. And because he knew I was having a hard time and that this order was taking way longer than it should have, and that the people at the restaurant were goofing off not making his order, and I got taken to the wrong address, like, he just knew all these things had happened, and I think he felt bad for me, and so he gave me a huge tip. So just make sure you communicate with your customers, and you never know what can happen. I got saved by this, and I was really grateful that it happened. So now let's dive into the entire shift, the entire challenge, and go through and see if Uber Eats is actually a good part-time job. So let's go into the app right here. And if you can see right here, in total, I made $61 in the app, but then I also got that $20 tip. So we made $81 for the 3 hours and 9 minutes that we worked. We did a total of 5 orders, 100% of the customers tipped, and we got a $5.71 tip average, which is really high. That's really good. And if we go into the orders, so we did the 5 orders, plus we got an $8 bonus for completing the quest. And so overall, I think it was definitely good. We ended up making $27 an hour. So that, in my opinion, is a phenomenal part-time job. Now, all I did was just the dinner shift. And so the whole point of this challenge was so that I could show you guys how much you could make if you did this every night as your part-time job. So we take that $81 and we multiply it by 7, you could be earning about $550 to $570 per week from just working the dinner shift doing Uber Eats every night. Now, that's the amount of money you would make. I wanted to actually dive in a little deeper and factor in the miles you're going to be putting on your car and the gas that you'd be spending, because unfortunately, there are expenses that come with doing Uber Eats. So let's dive right into the nitty gritty and see, after we take out all the expenses, if it's still worth it as a part-time job. So for this 3-hour shift, I drove 52.6 miles. And that actually comes out to, I was making $1.56 per mile I drove, which is really good. Anything over $1.50, you are making really good money. And at the bare minimum, you're going to want it $1 per mile you drive. That's just the rule of thumb. Don't do anything less than that. So I was at $1.56 per mile, perfect there. And then we add up the total miles you would drive in a part-time week, and you get about 370 miles. That's about how many miles you'd put on your car doing this part-time. Now we take that and we factor in how much gas you're going to be spending to drive 370 miles. Now for my car, I get 31 miles per gallon when I'm doing Uber Eats. So we take that, and I would end up using about 12 gallons per week. And then we take the price of gas, which is about $3.18 in my area. Obviously, this is going to vary depending on the area that you're in. So my area, $3.18, multiply that by the 12 gallons that I'm going to be using, and we get about $38 a week that I would be spending on gas. So in total, the profit that I would actually get per week would be about $510 to $530. So really, that's some really good income as a part-time job. You'd be making, get this, $27,000 a year part-time doing this. If you did it every single day for just 3 hours a day, that's an incredible part-time job in my opinion. And do I think it's worth it? yes, overall, I think Uber Eats could be the absolute best part-time job out there. I think it's better than DoorDash, and I know it is in my area, and it might be better in your areas as well. I know if I had done this challenge with DoorDash, I would have only made about $20 to $21 per hour, which would have put me right around that $60 mark. And that would significantly decrease my overall weekly pay that I'd be trying to make as a part-time gig worker. So I think Uber Eats, you have more control over the tips you're getting and just the amount of money you can make overall, because if you're really good to your customers, I truly believe you can get some massive tips during these dinner hours because the orders are so big. So overall, I think Uber Eats would be a better part-time gig than, say, DoorDash or Postmates. Just my opinion. We might be testing out some of these theories in the near future. So with that said, make sure you hit that like button if you got any information from this whatsoever. If it was enjoyable for you whatsoever, hit that like button for me, and also hit that subscribe button if you want to be entered into the giveaway that I'm doing for my first 1,000 subscribers. And actually, back to the like button, I wanted to do a little challenge for this video, and I'm sorry if there's only a few people left watching it at this point, but I'm doing a challenge for the like button. If this video gets 100 likes, I will go get a dog. I will buy a dog, and it will come Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates with me pretty much every day. He's going to be a regular on the channel, and the only requirement is that this video gets 100 likes. So let's get this video to 100 likes. That means only about 30% of the people watching this need to hit this like button. So let's hit that like button. Let's do that so that I can get this dog and he can be a part of the channel, because I think that would be really fun. And I've looked it up. It's totally legal to Uber Eats or DoorDash with your dog. And especially, I got this, like, the food's gonna be in there anyway. It's not gonna be a big deal. So let's hit that like button, get this video to 100 likes. And after you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button so you can be entered into the giveaway. There's only about 25 slots open, maybe even less at this point. So this is probably the last video that I'm gonna be talking about the giveaway entry. So hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of great content coming for you guys. And sorry this outro was so long, but I had to give you guys all the details. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. As you guys know, you're the best subscribers in the entire world, and I'll see you guys next time.